Shalom from Karen B'Yavne. This week in our double parsha, Achrei Kdoshim, we have close to 80 mitzvot. But there's one mitzvah which stands out, a mitzvah which Rashi quotes the name of Rabbi Akiva, Ze klal gadol b'Torah. The Torah tells us, Lo sikom lo sitors b'nei amecha, ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, ani Hashem. I'd like to focus for our few minutes on the connection between V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha and Ani Hashem. And I'd like to suggest three possibilities. Let's keep in mind that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is our king and our commander. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is our creator. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu is all-powerful. So keeping this in mind, we could suggest the following. The first approach I'd like to suggest, V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha Ani Hashem, is the following. The pasuk tells us, "Kamaim hapanim lapanim, kain lev ha'adam la'adam." If I smile at my reflection in the water, it smiles back. Human relationships, interpersonal relationships, are generally speaking reciprocal. If I'm kind to somebody, then he'll be kind to me, which is a wonderful key to know how to develop a proper friendship. Just the question arises, what happens if there's somebody that I'm kind to him, but he's not kind to me in return? So one might have thought that I don't have any obligation to be friendly with him. So comes along the Torah and says, V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha ani Hashem. I'm God, I'm commanding you. The obligation to love your friend, your fellow Jew, is not only because your kindness will be returned, will be reciprocated, but even without that, I'm commanding you. I'm your king. I'm commanding you to love your neighbor. Alternatively, we could suggest Ani Hashem is indicating the following. Sometimes there are some individuals that we don't really have any great love for. They don't seem all that special. Why should I love him? But comes along the Torah and says, Ani Hashem, I'm your creator. I created all of you. B'tselem Elokim. Every Jew has a spark of holiness. And being that's the case, love your fellow neighbor because he's such a holy person, even if it doesn't seem so obvious that that's the case. Thirdly, one might suggest, Ani Hashem, the point of those two words is the following. Sometimes we view this world as an arena in which we're all at competition with each other. Lashon the pasuk Koheles, Kin'as ish mere'ehu. And we often think that whatever my friend has, that will come at my expense. But the problem is, as somebody once said, the bad thing about being involved in the rat race is that even if you win, you're still a rat. We're meant to realize that as Jews, that's not the proper approach. HaKadosh Baruch Hu has enough bracha to go around. And being that's the case, being that Ani Hashem ne'eman l'shalem sachar, if we're kind to somebody else, it won't come at our expense. Rabbi Friedman, in his book Listen to Your Messages, he relates to the following. On page 164, he relates to a certain fellow that didn't have children for a number of years after his marriage, and he came to consult some Hasidic Rebbe in Bnei Brak. The fellow lived in Yerushalayim, came to Bnei Brak, and the Rebbe says, well, come to my shul on Rosh Hashanah. We have a good track record going that whoever gets maftir the first day of Rosh Hashanah has a zocha to children. So the fellow, in fact, he came to that shul, and on Rosh Hashanah night, when everybody was wishing each other Shana Tova, he struck up a conversation with somebody that looked a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit out of place. And this fellow, we'll call him Ruvain, he strikes up a conversation with somebody there in that shul that looked a little bit out of place. We'll call him Shimon. And Ruvain asks Shimon, hey, do you normally daven here? Is this your normal shul? And Shimon says, well, I'll tell you the truth, not really. But somebody said that there's some sort of segula for getting maftir on Rosh Hashanah, for having children. And me and my wife we've been married for a number of years and we don't have any children yet. Reuven thinks for a second and he makes a decision. He's going to relinquish his maftir and is even going to decide to daven somewhere else the next day. And in fact, Rabbi Friedman relates, we don't know whether Shimon was zocheh to have children, but we do know that within a year, Reuven was a father to a child. Hopefully, we should love our fellow Jew, even if he doesn't reciprocate our love. After all, God is commanding us to do so. And even if he doesn't seem so special, after all, God created all of us b'Tselem Elokim. And even if it seems that being kind to others will come at our expense, nevertheless, Ani Hashem, there's enough bracha to go around to all. Have a wonderful Shabbos.